Hey, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Chastity. Here we talk about beauty, entertainment, celebrities, books, movies, anime, TV shows, and kind of anything else that garners my attention this week. But welcome back to my channel. It's been about, like 3 weeks since my last upload. I did say at the end of that video that I would be taking like a little short break just because like last year was like my first full year of YouTube and I had released like 100 videos, maybe a little, like maybe 105, 106 videos, and by December I was pretty much burnt out. Like once like Christmas came along, the idea of like releasing another 100 videos this year was very daunting, and I was very scared, and I kind of didn't want to do it. So these last 3 weeks have been necessary for me to just like take time for myself, recharge. But even while I was recharging, I was thinking of new video ideas because of course I am. I hate myself clearly. I'm not gonna hold you guys too long with this intro. If you want to stay for the end of the video, I'll be doing life updates and things like that. So today we're talking about Trey Songz and his latest sexual assault allegations. When I say latest, I just mean because every 3 to 6 months, another young woman comes forward stating that she has allegedly been sexually assaulted by Trey Songz. And now we have a young woman named Dylan Gonzalez. If you do not know who Dylan Gonzalez is, she is a former University of Nevada basketball player turned influencer. If that name also still rings bells, on the very, very first day of January, like literally, we'd been in 2022 for less than 24 hours, she had tweeted that Trey Songz was a rapist. And that's pretty much all she had tweeted. No more information. That's it. Now, fast forwarding to today, Dylan is alleging that Trey Songz had sexually assaulted her. Dylan had released a statement that I'm going to read to you guys. With what seems like endless reoccurring news of the alleged sexual assaults committed by Trey Songz, I am forced to repeatedly relive in my mind and suffer anew the long-suppressed horror and unbearable PTSD of my rape by his very own hands at a well-known Las Vegas hotel. I want to send my love, strength, and hope to all who are victims of sexual assault. Its fatal nature, you are not alone. I stand with you and encourage all those who have suffered abuse to speak out and come forward. Suppression of our voices only emboldens our oppressors. You cannot heal what you do not reveal. At this time, I humbly request my privacy, consideration, and compassion while I fully commit to pursue the best course of action and all of my legal options. And then she says, if you have any questions, to please speak to her lawyer. With Dylan coming forward, this has again re-sparked the conversation surrounding Trey Songz because again, there are multiple women throughout the years who have alleged that Trey Songz has either sexually assaulted them or has been incredibly aggressive or violent towards them. Again, this is all alleged. And amongst the women that come forward, there have been multiple famous women who've alleged some type of aggression towards them by Trey Songz. I think the first famous woman that comes to mind in this situation is always Keke Palmer, because every time he trends for sexual assault, Keke Palmer starts trending right there next to him, which I think sucks for her actually, because her brand will now forever be tied to Trey Songz and his sexual assault allegations. So if you don't know the situation with Keke Palmer and Trey Songz, in about, 2017, she had made this like Instagram story about what happened, and then she later ends up going on the Breakfast Club and they ask her about what happened. And Keke states that she had been in Miami at the time, and Trey Songz was also in Miami, and he was having a party, and she decided to go with her homegirl, just slide through, have some fun. And for like the first half, it is just a regular ass party. They're eating, they're drinking, and at a certain point when she is heavily intoxicated, the party kind of switches and like they start playing this song, and in the song it references Keke Palmer. And so Trey Songz and his people are consistently like coming up to her and badgering her and trying to convince her to be in this music video. Trey Songz like sits her down and he explains the whole concept and everything, and how she's gonna be in it and how it's gonna work. And each and every time Keke says, no, I do not want to be in this video. Don't ask me. She's like, what she says is that like at the time, because she is an actress and she has a brand, all that stuff, being in a music video is a business deal. But at this time, she's very much so drunk and therefore not in the state of mind to be conducting business. I know it's like regular people, it's just a music video, but when you are a celebrity, it's still work, it's still job. And she just kept saying that like, this was not a professional setting. I'm drunk. I don't want to do this. I don't feel right doing this. And she talks about how pressure she felt. And it got to the point where Kiki had to hide in a closet because they would not stop pestering her and trying to coerce her to be in this video. And she even states that like Trey Songz had used sexual intimidation against her. And so she hid in the closet because she knew her Uber wasn't going to get there in time. So she was trying to wait out the time in the closet. But Trey Songz actually ends up finding her. And she says that he says it's completely fine, that she does not want to be in the video. She doesn't have to hide in the closet. Then we fast forward some months later. The video drops. Kiki's in it. Why is she in the video? She did not consent to be in the video. And they told her she wasn't going to be in the video if she didn't want to be. But they lied to her and they were secretly filming and recording her. And that's what happened. That was the whole situation. And that situation has always brought up about Trey Songz because I feel like Keke Palmer is viewed as a very credible individual. Why would she lie? She don't go around lying ever. And so like, this is to not, I think when people, the whole situation with Keke, it just shows you what type of person he is. That he's doing this to someone who she says she's known him since she was 12 years old. 12 years old. And he was willing to disregard her no for a music video. Something so simple as that. You can't respect someone's no in that situation. The next situation involves singer BB Rexa, and it was actually from a 2015 interview that like had happened, and I guess no one really saw it because it's BB Rexa. That's rude. I'm so sorry, but honestly, I couldn't name you a BB Rexa song, but I do know she writes. She writes good stuff, but her own stuff, I don't know. But this is from like a 2015 interview where she talks about the fact that she was at the wedding of her lawyer, and it was a very small, intimate wedding, and then they ended up renting a mansion to have the reception in, and Trey Songz was there with his date, and she said throughout the whole night, you know, he was giving her like the eye, you know what eye we talking about. And at one point during the night, she actually ends up breaking off from her friends in the party and going to the pool house. And at the pool house, that is where she is cornered by Trey Songz. He pushes her against the wall and he kisses her and he's like, let's have sex. And she's like, no, thank you. I really not like to. And then because she rejected him, he said, you know, I was just playing. I was just kidding. Okay. Now, I think the most concerning thing, beyond him just kissing her for absolutely no reason and then trying to proposition her for sex, was during the interview, she kept saying that, like, I don't want to get in trouble. It's going to be bad if I bring this up. It's not going to be good if I talk about this. Concerning as fuck. That she felt like something, because I think at that time, like, she was completely unknown in 2015. In 2015, ain't nobody know who a BB Rexa was. So she was in a place in her career that she felt like if she spoke about this man, something bad would happen to her. And that's all I'm gonna say. I feel like her fear in that moment, just talking about this, says all needs to be said. Like I mentioned, the only reason why BB Rexa video had even resurfaced was because of the Selena Powell interview. Now, Selena Powell is an individual that I feel like if you were like a police officer, right, you would view Selena Powell as a not credible witness. You know, like like, you wouldn't want her on the stand because of her history of sleeping with rappers and being promiscuous. And for some reason, people believe if you are a promiscuous person, therefore you cannot be a victim of sexual violence. Some y'all live like that. Hate that for you. But Selena Powell and a friend had gotten on a podcast and talked about their situations with Trey Songz. Now, the friend alleged that after, hanging out with him, she tried to leave. Trey Songz would not allow her to leave, basically held her hostage, took her phone, and then proceeded to urinate on her. Selena Powell has a very similar situation of hanging out with him, wanting to leave, being held hostage, and then her phone being taken from her. And at the time, Trey Songz said that she spoke out about it because they lived in the same building, that he was going to make her life very uncomfortable. Again, all of this is alleged. Selena Powell did say she did go to the police, but afterwards dropped her charges. Again, these are just more of these three situations are just more of the more famous people that have dealt with Trey Songz. I've heard things, we've all seen things from fans like that. He had a whole court case with a fan because he broke her phone. You see, here's the thing. All of this is alleged, but all of this alleged stuff are all very similar. Like the taking of phones, because he broke a fan's phone because she was recording him outside of a club or something like that, which you're a celebrity, people are going to record you. You can't just be breaking everybody's phone. But you see how all these alleged stories with the phone stuff, just throughout these years, there have just been so many murmurs and like stories about Trey Songz. And every story I hear, all these alleged situations just kind of all escalate more and more and more. And again, it's stories of alleged sexual violence. It's stories of alleged just intimidation, of alleged, him breaking your properties and taking phones and holding people hostage. So much has been said about this man. And nothing happens in the industry. Nothing at all. Where there's smoke, there's fire. He has a history of violence. Something I completely forgot about. Trey Songz put hands on a police officer and got away with it. Something happening. Because all of these allegations, he put hands on police officers and he just continues to go on by. Like, put hands. This Negro put hands on a police officer and ain't shit happened to him. Trey Songz knows where the fucking bodies are buried. Because there's no way he is able to just... I'm telling you, every 3 to 6 months, there is a new allegation against him. Nothing happens. So I'm not right here. Another thing I want to talk about is people not believing victims because Trey Songz is an attractive person and in their minds wouldn't need to rape women to have sex. And I think what you guys are not understanding is rape has very little to actually do with sex and sexual gratification and everything to do with power and violence. Rapists are not rapists because they want to have sex. That's not it. They want power, they want control, they want dominance. It is not about the sex itself. It's about what doing the act of violence makes them feel. Okay? So attractive people can be rapists because it has nothing to do with having sex. But I'm wishing all of the victims healing. Trey Songz, hell is hot. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's it for me for this whole situation. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole situation? Me personally, everybody can't be telling the same lie. I'm just saying. Because there's a lot of similarities in each of these alleged situations. You know what I mean? A lot of people through a lot of years have been saying very similar things. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, that's it for the video. This is just like a little extra, like, talking to me point. This is really what nothing to do with nothing. But just like an update since the last time you guys saw me. Like I said in the video, mom was rushed to the hospital. She's now fine. Everything is good. Mama Kickback is doing perfectly fine. Still running me ragged, lovingly, of course. What has happened since then? I got new glasses. I actually very much so like these more than my old ones. I had my friends and families like vote, and these the classes that won. I'm kind of like really happy they did. I feel like you can still like see my makeup, especially better in person, and like the bigger, I don't know, they look really good. I also got a whole bunch of like makeup from Elf, so if you guys like me to like do like maybe kind of like a review on camera, I can do that. Again, I will be doing a lot this year, doing more content for Patreon very, very soon. With that, I'm going to be doing a book review. Hold on. Because I got a shit ton of books for Christmas because my parents and my friends very much so love me. So y'all remember last year. Now some of the books I got are books I already read, but I wanted them for my collection because I have a collector's mindset. If you see my makeup collection, I just like to have things. So this time, like last year, I did my very first collab with my friend Amanda on Get a Life, Chloe Brown. This looks familiar to you guys. Well, the same author came out with 2 more books like about her sisters, and I'm gonna probably soon work on my review of these books. I already have this one, but these 2 books were great. My favorite sister, like, I like Danny, but like Eve, she's my girl because she weird. I love her. I think like I don't like Danny as much as you guys do because Danny self-sabotages. She self-sabotages way too goddamn much for my taste. But I literally just finished this book yesterday. It's called I'll Be the One. And it's about this young lady right here who is plus size and she wants to be a K-pop idol. So she signs up for a competition show. If you like K-pop, you know about survival shows. She joins one that's taking place in the States. And she deals with immense fat phobia and this idea that it's completely fine for fat girls to sing because yes, the fat girl got that big voice, we love it, but people discourage her from dancing, and she also deals with fat phobia from her mother. This book is definitely not a book for like my age, but a 14-year-old Chastity will love this book, and I still at 23 love this book, but I'm also aware like it's for younger people, but it's still a really good book. If you have like a younger sibling, I would recommend that. With that being said, I have other books to also read. This is called The Summer of Broken Rules. This is the next book I'm going to read. I'm not going to read this probably until next week because I just finished this one and I got to give myself a break. Okay, I can't just, I'll burn myself out too quickly. So this is the next book I'll be reading. And if I like it, we'll do a review on this for Patreon. This is a book given to me from my friend, the same friend that did my hair. Do you guys like my hair? It's cute, right? Yeah, my friend Jessica, who's also a moderator on the channel. Speak nice. She did my hair. She also gave me this book, Cinderella is Dead. She read this whole thing in a day. That's how you know it's good. So after Summer Broken Rules, I'm probably going to start this one. So also post on Patreon. And then she gave me this one. It's called Crown. Reading this next, and then once finished with that, I'm going to read the Fear Street book, Fear Street the Beginning, because I watched all 3 of the movies. I actually enjoyed them. They were kind of campy. I saw this at Barnes & Noble. I picked it up. Also, I'm trying to like get into different genres of books, and I really want to get into more horror type books, so I thought like an R.L. Stine book would be like a cute place to start, you know? I'm not really, especially since I've seen the movie, so I thought maybe that'd be a good place to start. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. Again, I will be doing videos and stuff on Patreon. Again, I have a couple other videos for the main channel that are probably also going to go on Patreon first, then go over there. What else? Oh, my tattoo. My tattoo has now, like, it's healed. She looks good. I love it. This is my favorite tattoo so far. I definitely want more tattoos. Like, getting my tattoo on my arm definitely hurt. Like, I think, like, because the one on my leg didn't hurt at all. This hurt a lot more, but I still kind of want to do a half sleeve. I don't know. But I want more tattoos. Like, the call of, like, the tattoo needle. She's calling me by, like, my full government name. I want one. Do you guys have any tattoos? I never asked that. Are any of my subscribers tatted? And if so, like, of what and where? I'm really, like... I hate my neighbors. Because what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing right now? Anyway... That's why everyone on the block hates you. Anyways, I'm really interested to know if you guys have any tattoos. You have any business. I'm really interested to know if any of you guys have any tattoos. But yeah, that's it for me officially. This this is a 6-minute long outro. Hate that. Hate that for editing me. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.